Sa paniniwala ko kasi, when we do the drills, offense and defense, it's a combi drill. We're both in both ways as a coaches, being a creative, we are preparing them to be in a game speed, preparing them that the moment they do that one in offense, they must do it right in terms of game speed offensively. It's a combi drill, so both ways we're both helping them to do it right, do it properly. So defensively, ganun din. Ganun din ang ano. So that's why it's called always combi drill. Both of them are we're preparing both of them to be competitive in terms of doing it. Good question. Ano po bang tamang concept? Player to adjust in the space system. Ito yun eh. Part of being a coach is, of course, in our level, we have that, we can recruit, right? We can recruit. But on your part is, know the personality of your boss. Know the personality, or know the players you have. Kung ano yung materials, anong meron ka. Kasi syempre, if it's a club base, we are in a club base, kung ano lang yung meron tayo, yun, di ba? That's what, yan yung kasabihan na, ito yung meron ka, paano natin i-maximize yan? That's why it's very key yung understanding the rules of the game. So being, always keeps learning, never stop learning, be an open-minded. So tingin tayo kayo, maliliit yung players natin sa grassroots. Anong start natin? Usually, yan ba sa province, ano ba yung mga basically 12 years old, di ba? So fundamentals tayo, locomotors, yung mga in-insign natin sa kids stage 1 and 2. Kasi ang basketball naman, whatever sports we are, it's all about process. It's all about progressions. It's all about process, it's all about progressions. Kahit anong dala natin, meron tayong na-break natin, nakuha natin sa NBA. Tandaan natin yung NBA, hindi nila narating yan. Yung mga best players, even our professional, hindi naman nila narating yan kung hindi sila nag-invest dun sa grassroots eh. Kung naalala natin, sinabi ng mga Maribik, the grassroots level is very important for us. Kaya nandito tayo mga coaches. We are here to really guide our students, the young, in terms of guide them to the proper way to be the best they can be in terms of not as a player, as an athlete, but as a person itself. So part of it, keep on reminding them, building relationships with them, that they must be disciplined, they must be respectful all the time. Okay? To the field of sports, ang laking impact sa atin lahat to. Ika nga, we need to have a better impact to the lives of the children. And we are here and we are glad and we are blessed that we as teachers and coaches, we are all the same. We are all the same, that we want to create a better impact to the students, and of course to the community, and of course to the country itself. Of course, we don't want to forget with the guidance from the above. Okay? So yung pagdadasal, kasama natin sa pagtuturo natin sa impact yan. Yung pagiging makitungo natin sa kapwa natin teachers, tao, sa kapwa natin tao, kasama ang pagiging impact yun, yung maging respectful itself, being at the same time, natuturuan natin yung bata na magiging palaban, or they have that grit, they have that determination, they have that desire, they have that discipline in terms of themselves itself, at magiging productive, magiging disiplinado tayo sa bawat productive sa araw-araw nating buhay. Okay? May tinanong sa akin, may question dito, Coach, paano ba mabe-break natin yung 1-3-1? Yung 1-3-1 naman, again, it's corner pa rin. Kung naka 1-3-1 na press yan, whatever alignment you got, kailangan mag-swing mo you do less dribble. Kailan ba nag-i-start ang press? Ito ang common. Kailan ba nag-i-start ang press? Nag-i-start ang press pag dumidribble ang opensa. So hanggat maaari, wag mo i-dribble. Hanggat maaari, wag mo i-dribble. So hindi sila makapag-start noon. Alright? So pag kayari, binigay dito sa 1, wag mo i-dribble. So siya lalapit. Nandito si 2. Nandito, lalagyan natin si 4 dito. Nandito si 5 dito. Eh, pag nalagay natin sa likod din, I'm sure iikot yan dito. Ay, nakuha na natin siya. I-swing mo dito, magre-react yan. Pag ito hindi naka-drop ka agad, i-skip mo lang yan. Pag react yan, i-skip mo yan. Tandaan natin, ang tama, ang ano ng 131, ito yun, at saka ito. Again, ma-achieve natin yan kung tama yung naituro nating fundamental in terms of this. Dun sa pag-catch, pagtingin sa harap, pagtingin sa likod, pagtingin sa harap, pagtingin sa side. At make sure when we catch it in balance. Okay? So doon pa rin babalik yun, doon sa key stages natin. Kaya laking bagay nung binibigay sa atin ng DepEd na to na about preparing our athletes or our students in the club in terms of these stages, in terms of basketball. Okay? Yun nga, yung sinasabi nga natin na knowing our psychological or what is the best stages. Again, it's not whatever system, because sabi ko nga kanina, we are the teams, we are Filipinos that are very competitive. Palaban tayo eh. Maliliit tayo, palaban tayo. So ano ba yung mga magagandang ano ba yung system? Yun nga, we will be, for me, based on my experience, I became successful in this. Wherever I did go, I did work I went to Malaysia to have to change that culture in terms of basketball, bringing the Filipino culture I had and my experience in terms of winning some championships in terms of it. I did apply that. We will be a pressing team. Yung pe-press tayo ng 40 minutes. Alright? Then we will be a running team. So ngayon, paano natin nga ma-achieve? Yeah, we will be a well-conditioned. So araw-araw, day in, day out, until magiging muscle memory, until magiging habits na ng mga players ko yan, pinapractice namin lagi. So, naging parte, kumbaga, kung ano yung pagkukulang sa team namin, kino-cover, that's why we, as a coach, it's part of our continuous learning that para ma-cover up ko yung parte na yan, we try to maximize what we have. So I did convert it into a strength. So paano ma-convert into a strength? Kung less skillful yung player ko, so I'd better maximize them. Kung less skillful, sisipag. Di ba? At saka palaban. Di turuan ko na dumipensa ng tama. Doon naman yun sa day in, day out yun eh. Day in and day out eh. So, part of it, paano natin i-maximize yung daily natin sa club. Yan ang sinasabing practice plan. Have a better practice plan. Alright? So kaya club tayo, alas 4 mag-umpisa. Meron lang tayong 1 hour 30 minutes. 1 hour 30 minutes, di ba? So yung alas 4 hanggang 4:20, yan yung warm up natin. Yun yung mga locomotors. Okay? Warm up, stretching, locomotors. Part of it, footwork, hops. Tapos may mga short sprints, acceleration, deceleration. Right? So, 4:20. Wala pa, pagdating ng 4:20, kasi active tayo eh. Active tayo. Okay, bilisan na natin. 4:20 hanggang 4:40. Nag-defensive slides kaagad tayo. Yun yung intense lateral shuffle or 3-point sustain contain. Assuming yan yung sa araw na to, Monday. Okay? Pagdating ng 4:40, kasi mataas na yung intensity, medyo pagod-pagod na yung mga players natin, hanggang 4:45, lalagyan na natin ngayon ng free throws, 5 minuto. Kailangan kasi, tandaan natin, free throws, ang importante, kaya nga tinatawag na free throws yan eh. So doon pa rin sa proper form, reminders, habang pagod sila, lalalabanan nila ngayon. Okay? So challenge natin. You need to make 2. If you don't make 2, if you miss 1, you sprint. If you make 2, you do water break. So nasa 4:44, 40 to 4:45. 4:45 to 5 o'clock. Nagpa-fast break series na tayo ngayon. Yun yung may reaction. Yung 3 versus 0 to 2 versus 1. Tapos yung 3-lane rush. Okay? Or yung breakdown natin dun sa 5 versus 0 early offense. Okay? So ngayon, 5 o'clock na. Hanggang 30 minutes na lang tayo. Nasa atin na ngayon yan. Meron tayong 5 o'clock to 5:20 scrimmage tayo, 10 minutes lang. Yung last 10 minutes, shooting drill na yun, loop shooting. Okay? So kung ano yung mga drills meron natin. Ngayon, coach, MWF lang kami nagpa-practice. Isang oras kalahati lang kami, coach. Yan ang sinasabi, how we gonna maximize and be productive daily. Coach, paano yung mag-test ko? Wala ko yung sayo. Yun. Bibigyan naman natin silang assignment na sa bahay sila. Okay? 4 o'clock ha. Isang oras kasi naalala natin, sinabi ni Mama, kailangan yung bata may activity bawat araw. Di bigyan mo ng isang oras. Ito yung gagawin nyo. Upper body strength, push-ups kayo, 3 sets of 20. Okay? Regular, wide, or narrow. Tapos, yung abs nyo ha, plank series tayo. Yung plank series, yung plank, 20 seconds, 30, pwede mo rin gawin yan. Sama ako. Okay, gusto nyo by Zoom, medyo active na tayo ngayon sa, kung walang signal, sige, ikaw na lang gumawa. Ikaw na lang gumawa. Sasabayan mo sila, kuyari, kahit sa bahay ka lang, ma-achieve mo naman. Isa lang, siguro naman, isa sa player, meron magbibideo doon. Yung mga ganon. So, try to be creative. Okay? Now, for the lower part, yung sinasabi nga, nag-i-squats tayo. Na-achieve natin. Basta make sure yung teaching points, do the right thing. Stay wide, stay in balance, look in front. When you do squats, not about yung knee, hindi lalagpas dapat sa toes. So yung teaching points ng pagturo ng mga bagay na yun. So yun yung Tapos ngayon, Wednesday na, coach, anong susunod na practice plan? Uunahin mo naman yung shooting. Kaya may bago ka na naman drills. According sa gusto mong mangyayari sa'yo on a weekly basis. Now, coach, paano ko naman ma-apply yon? Assuming, coach, Friday na, tapos na. Okay, Friday, you try to work on that application. Full court defense. Kasi may game ka ng Sabado. Diba? Yan ang tinatawag nun, game preparation. Yan ang tinatawag nun, game preparation. So, I hope I did give you idea. It's how we manage our time and how we are productive as a coach, giving it to our players. Very good question. Ang ganda. Coach, paano natin makokontrol ang emotion ng mga players natin in terms of poor officiating? Okay. Ito, I'll be honest with this. Ako as a coach, I usually prepare our team. In practice, we are playing against 8. We are playing against 8. All right? Everything, because the players, what we want to really put emphasis on our players is we just focus on the things that is our control. What are our control? Getting the rebounds, playing better defense, making that layup shots, making our free throws, doing the right thing, be a positive influence. Hindi na natin kontrolado yung pito ng referee. Hindi naman perfecto dun yung referee. Why do we think on it? All right. So how do we control? So it's building our character in terms of preparing ourselves as a coach and our players in terms of in practices. So ganun kami. Kaya ang level of playing, of course, meron namang bagay na we call that one beyond our yung emotion sometimes as a coach, di ba? Pero hanggat maaari, we as coaches, because we want to lead by example, we are the second father of that players or that students inside the court. We need to be the best example to them, right? So part of that is the respect. Part of that is respect to the officiating officials, respecting the game of basketball, respecting the players of the opponent. Okay, all right. So good question. I'll give you another. To be what you call this one, to be enjoyable for the players in terms of box out drill. Put 2 groups in it. Put 2 groups. So play team A, Team A, O and X. Coach here, or no coach, player here, or coach only one here. Okay, box out drill. All right, box out drill, competitive box out drill. Do it 1 minute. For two things, whoever, you score it, okay? If whoever get the rebound, they're gonna score. Offense or defense. So coach will blow whistle and shoot. These two guys must find, engage, hit. These two guys must go inside and getting that offensive rebound. These two guys must box out. Find, hit, and control. Find, hit, and grab that rebound. All right? So box them out. Now, if this guy get the rebound, they score. They score 1 point. Pass it to the coach. Coach shoots on a blow whistle, then box out. If this guy get the rebound, then they score. Team A until you finish the 1 minute. Then you change. Then total add the score. Whoever wins, press, drink. Whoever loses, run or push up. Whatever consequence you're gonna give it to the team. And that's they're having fun, thinking, and at the same time, they're competing. Because in the game, basketball is a competition. It's a competitive sports. All right. I see first the other questions. Good. Yun nga, yung sa public schools, alam naman natin, we have less equipment. We understand it, but as a coach, being a creative in terms of it, we try to find ways that if we want to be productive and we want to have an impact to our student and players itself, we can find ways to help them be better in terms, not only as an athlete, but as a person in general also. Cross training is okay. As long as it can help in terms of their physical aspect and mental aspect, there's no problem with it. Ang laking bagay din yung cross training. Yung mga 3-on-3 plays, well, it can be applicable to, sige, bibigyan ko na kayo idea with the 3-on-3. Ito, tips ko na lang sa 3-on-3. Dumidepensa ka. Tatluhan X na tayo. Dumipensa kayo. Pag na-rebound nyo, at din-dribble up yan, din-dribble out kasi pressure siya, din-dribble out. Ang gagawin mo, mag-set ka na lang ng opposite screen. Place na yan Nakuha natin? Pag na-rebound ng teammate mo at din-dribble up, para ma-maximize mo yung speed and we have kasi ang common mistakes natin 3-on-3, ni-rebound ko, atakin ko, nakakapagod yun. 10 minutes, nakakapagod yun. Kaya hindi pa tayo successful nun kasi yun ang common mistakes natin Pilipino Sumusunod tayo sa NBA. Individually tayo kaagad. Hindi. May technique yan So, screen ka. Baka paglalibre yan, bigay na. Kasi sa 3-on-3, meron lang 12 seconds to shoot. Okay? Ngayon, pag na-rebound din-dribble up. Din-dribble out, sorry. Not dribble up. Dribble out. Ngayon, coach, pag pinasa yan, nag-rebound ni X, pinasa kay X2. Pag pinasa yan, siya i-space, sundan mo ng screen yan. Maliban na lang kung mahina talaga ang depensa, kayang atake. Sundan mo ng screen yan. Kasi bakit, coach? Galing pa sa baba yung depensa niyan, hindi pa naka-establish Tumakbo ka na, umi-screen ka na, libre na. Kasi ang game of 3x is a very fast game. Napakabilis. Di ba? At saka outside shots is developed. Ngayon, coach, naipasa, wala kang bantay at ininsayo yung 3 points. Kaya importante, tumira ka. Walang bantay Pero yung technique na binigay ko yon para maintindihan mo, pag din-dribble up, meron kang play. Meron kang attacking play kaagad kasi within the 12 seconds. Pag dinibble out, pag pinasa o na pass entry, meron kang play ulit. Sinundan mo ng screen na hindi na alam ng kalaban mo din, di ba? With that proper spacing on it. Okay? Ang depensa lang naman sa 3-on-3 talaga is sustaining, containing your man. Each 3 players playing in it know how to defend individually. Patigbayan ng katawan yan. patibayan ng katawan, ng isip at ng puso din yan. Alright? Any questions? May questions pa?
Yes, Coach. May question dito from Rob Neal. Coach, is it better to teach our players in high school man-to-man or zone defense?
Oh, galing. Good question. Thanks for that question. Actually, it's easy for us to teach them in a man-to-man kasi if we teach them into zone and we are preparing them into... Kasi ang zone para sa akin, ang believer ko sa zone, we are preparing in the responsibilities. Samantalang sa man-to-man, we are having that pride in defending our individual defense. We are teaching you to first thing to do is better have be a better man-to-man or individual type of player defensively. Okay? Para pag inorient na natin sa zone na yan, napakadali na lang yan. Kasi pag man-to-man, nag-iisa na lang yan. Tandaan kasi natin, nag-iisa lang yung bola na yan. So pag tinuruan na natin sa man-to-man at saka with the proper pressure, wow, mas madali na natin ma-orient yan sa zone defense. Thank you for asking. Next question. So
there's the next question here from Paul. How often do you allow your players to make their own tactical decision making?
Okay, good question again. Gagaling ng question na talagang pinaghandaan. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, coaches and teachers. Basically, if you put a system in terms of offensive systems, which sinasabi nating tactical, pag sinasabi nating tactical, may pagkakaintindi ako nito, magulang at saka matalino. Magulang at matalino. Kung ang player ko ay magulang, i-maximize natin yan. Kung ang player ko ay sobrang talino, kailangan yung work ethic. Hindi nako-compromise sa sobrang talino niya. Okay? So, how often do we... Now, if we are in that situation that this player, I need him, kasi may mga bagay sa coach sa challenging part. Meron kasi tayong sa program, what I've experienced is, we have that year-round program. We have that year-round competition. We have that main season, which is the NCAA that time when I was handling San Beda. And hopefully I'll be handling the UAP or something. I like right now, we have a field basket. The season itself, the league itself, the main league, okay? That will be our main thing that we prepare. Okay? So pagdating sa pre-season, ibig sabihin, kuyari, ang NC namin is July or September. Kasi ang tinitingnan ko dito yung peaking yung peak ng player. So pagdating ng summer, kinakahon ko muna sila sa sistema. Ino-orient na lahat. So hanggat maaari, hindi natin, kaya nag-experiment kami sa game. Dito sa game, it's pro execution. Ngayon, pagdating na sa pag nakuha na nila yung teaching points, at saka yung purpose, saka yung identity nun. Pagdating sa regular game sa season, pwede na namin silang bitawan. Pumapayag na kami, mag-improvise sila or nag-tactical sila. Basta na-observe lang nila yung guide nung initiation or yung sistema noon. Hope I did answer that question. Ma'am Pings, ilang minutes pa tayo, Ma'am Pings?
Yes, Coach. I guess we need to entertain na lang 2 more questions po.
All right, 2 more questions. Okay, thank you, Ma'am Pings.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Ma'am Pinky.
We have a question here from Mr. Louis. Coach, what defensive play do you prefer if the game clock remains 5 seconds or less? Is it zone or man-to-man?
One thing is, it's just what type of situation? Is it an all situation? Tabla ba? Lamang ba ng isa yung kalaban? Lamang ba ng dalawa yung kalaban? O lamang ng tatlo? Or lamang ba tayo defensively ng isa? Lamang ba ng defensively ng dalawa? O lamang ba ng defensively ng tatlo? Okay, ako na lang okay? Assuming tabla, of course, we go basically to the man-to-man. And we identify who will be the best shooter. And we did practice. If the rule is like this, since it's a 5 seconds, I will put my 5 best defensive players inside the court. Okay? And if it's an all, and if the situation is a penalty, in a penalty, make sure we did communicate and that's pumapasok na ngayon yung scouting on it. Okay? Now, one thing, 5 seconds or less. 5 seconds, I need to put pressure on the inbounder so that he don't have a very clear passing lanes to his teammate. I will put the best and the pinakamahaba naming player dyan. Kung meron ako 7-footer, ilalagay ko dyan. Para lang hindi siya makapasa kasi 5 seconds or less na lang yun eh. Okay, ngayon kung lamang kami ng isa, yun, almost same, we do man-to-man. And of course, if we do lamang kami tatlo, lalo na, we switch all. But we put the best, our tallest or the best deflector defensive player to the inbounder.
There's one more question from Marshall. Coach, dribble drive off against zone or man-to-man defense. Simple plays lang po.
Dribble drive? Okay. Again, for that dribble drive, it's a really, sabi nga kung maalala nyo, sinabi naman ni Coach Chot Reyes, dribble drive, lagong Pilipino talaga yan eh. Kaya lang, kailangan maintindihan natin kung bakit dribble drive yan. Hindi dribble yan. Kasi turo natin, dribble drive. Pero yung player pala natin nag-dribble. Doon lumalabas ngayon yung zone principles that we need to use our dribble intelligently or properly. Kasi sa totoo naman, saan ba natin nagagamit ang dribbling kung sa fundamentally sound? Para pang-atake. Di ba? Para pang-atake. Para malibre tayo at makapag-create tayo ng sitwasyon na malilibre yung kasama natin. So yun yung make sure when we teach that dribble drive, don't say dribble drive. Pero yun pala ginagawa ni bata, nagdi-dribble lang. So yung teaching points on that dribble drive, make sure, ito one teaching points I can teach you in this, make sure the players dribble drive, doing that dribble drive with the proper, they call it 1 gaps, 2 gaps. Kung maluwag na maluwag yan. 2 gaps, 1 gaps. So basically yung dribble drive, dito nila ginagawa yan eh. Dito, 2 gaps kasi. So ito, pinapalayo talaga nila. Yan yung dribble drive. So 2 gaps, luluwagan. So kailangan yung umaatake dito, kailangan pa downhill. It must be a downhill. Downhill. Hindi yung paganyan ha. So it must be a downhill. Going hard to the basket. Kasi the purpose of that dribble drive, they let the defense commit mistake on it. All right? Coming from a catch, coming from a pass, coming from a dribble attack. Okay? Hope I did answer that question.